Welcome to Wisconsin. It is snowing and I have to take my RV to the shop. Absolutely lovely. Let's see. There you go.
Are you ready? Let's do this. Woo! Hey everybody, David, aka RVJedeye, and the time has finally come. It is time for me to go get my RV, and I'm excited and a little nervous. Have to go to Green Bay. It is cold over there. It's going to be cold driving across, but at the end of it all, I will have my RV here in Washington.
So now it's a couple of flights. It's an all-day thing, and I'll be in Green Bay and hopefully seeing the RV. Okay, we're here in Green Bay, getting the luggage. Then have to get the car, and then it's off to check in to the hotel, or maybe go check in on the RV. Hey everybody, David, aka RVJedeye, and I am here in Wisconsin and starting the big day of repairs and stuff that I have to do to get ready for my trip out west. Now, the trip here to Green Bay, was relatively uneventful. The flights were okay. One was delayed a couple of times, but I ended up getting here in a decent amount of time. And as you know, I came over to check out the RV. Well, it's time to see the RV for the very first time in 6 months, and to see if it'll turn over. Here's the remote. Let's see. So the big question though, would the RV start? Well, this is what happened. Hey everybody, David, aka RVJedeye, and I gotta tell you, the RV looks pretty good from the outside. We're gonna hook up the battery and see if it'll turn over. This is the $1 million question right now. Go.
Yes, it starts. That is phenomenal. Woo! I was crossing my fingers on that one, folks. I gotta be honest. Oh man, this is gonna make the rest of what we have to do so much easier. So I'm gonna let the RV run a little bit. I have to take it now and get it all kind of checked out, make sure it's all safe for the drive. But this really was the big one, to just see if it turned over. I did something different this year. I didn't store the batteries in my house, and that was because I have indoor storage here for the RV. So I thought, oh, you know, I should be able to do it that way. And it turned out okay. So gonna let this run for a little bit. Everything seems to be okay. And then the process of getting it checked out, cleaning it out, getting it de-winterized, and getting it ready for the move is the big thing. So good news, the RV started. That made me really, really happy. Now today is all about getting it prepared for my trip out west. There's a two-step process. So the first thing I have to do is make sure the brakes are checked, make sure the oil is done, make sure all of the fluids are checked out, because it's going to be a long trip out west to Washington. And oh, did I mention I woke up to this? Yeah, I know it's Wisconsin, and I just thought I would be able to avoid the snow, but I guess I can't. So now, time to get the RV out and get it on the road. So far, driving in the weather isn't too bad, but then again, I'm just driving to take it to the shop right now. It'll be interesting to see how it is going out west. I am checking the weather left and right, and hopefully there'll be a little bit of a break and it should be okay. I don't know how much I'll be able to drive during the day or during the weather, but hopefully this trip out west to my new home will be a relatively easy one. So the RV is dropped off back at Fleet Pride. They're gonna text me when they're done with their part. Now I have some more errands to run, all in the hopes of getting the RV back out on the road as soon as possible. Going into Dollar Tree to pick up a couple of things for the RV. I can't use my water system yet because it hasn't been flushed out. That's also on the schedule to get done. But, you know, there are going to be some things that I can get here at Dollar Tree that I will have with me for the trip. You know, water, some other, you know, like snacks and things like that. So that'll be a good thing to have as I get ready to hit the road. So I just got done visiting with my old neighbor, Jane. I showed you a picture of her and I when I left. And this is her and I as I return. We spent about an hour together. It was great to see her. I just love her. She's about to turn 84, I think, this year. And she just looks great. So nice to see her. And we gave her a little picture of the two of us from the first time and a little snow globe of Seattle. just to let her know I was still around. Also gave her my phone number so she could get a hold of me if she needed to. So just got the call from Fleet Pride. Everything looks to be okay. Now I have to go get the RV, actually park the car in my RV spot, then go get the RV, bring it back, and then start to clean out a little bit tonight, but the bulk of it will be tomorrow before I take it to get one more check, and then I hit the road. Nothing like waiting outside for your Uber. The things you have to do for your RV. So I got everything done on the rig. Time to take it back to the RV spot so that I can park it before I get on the road tomorrow. So I'm back here at the RV storage unit. I guess one of my final times that I'm going to be here. So Fleet Pride, they did the work on the RV and checked it all out, changed the engine oil and filters, did everything in terms of suspension, double checking that, grease truck, and did just a little bit of everything to make sure that it is safe to go on the road. They said the brakes look good. So the total price on this was just about $360, and you know, it's just a peace of mind that I have now for the RV as I have to go out west, take it over some mountains and back into Seattle. So a lot of money, but I feel like it was well spent. Now, the other thing that I have to do is, and I'll show you this here, is start to pick up all of the stuff that I did to winterize and protect the RV from, you know, those little creatures and other things. A lot of dryer sheets, tea bags, mothballs, a little bit of everything on here. So I'll wrap those up and start cleaning that up. Tomorrow morning, I'll open up my slides, make sure everything looks good. And then, you know, get it over to the one final step of this whole thing, and this is the Bayside Outdoors. They did my winterizing, and part of the package that I paid for this time was that they freshen it up or wake it up. So I'll take it over to them. They'll wake it up and make sure everything's good there, and then I hit the road. So it's been a very long day. A lot got done, a lot of things that I needed for the RV for the trip. You know, just a few things to kind of clean up tomorrow, drop off the rental car, get the RV all set to go, and then I'm going to hit the road. So, so far the trip has been a successful one. Still plenty to go as I get ready to head to Washington. Hey, that's going to do it right now for me. Make sure you follow me all over social media at RVJedeye. And then, of course, you can follow me on the blog at RVJedeye.com. Get out there, RV, double check your RV. Make sure it's safe to drive when you're doing long hauls. And tomorrow, one last day, and then we'll hit the road. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.